Hello? There we go. It's working now. Good morning, everybody. Please be seated. Thank you for joining us to attend Class 12's graduation. At this time, I'd like to invite the Girl Scouts on stage for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Audience attention. Please stand. Color guard attention. The flag will be coming down the center aisle and up onto the stage. The flag will be posted on the left. Color guard advance. Color guard post the colors. Color guard salute the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard dismissed. Please be seated.
Thank you, ladies. My name is Cheryl Herman, and I'm the Assistant Director of Programs. Today we're celebrating our newest service and facility dogs teams. Before we get to meet the graduates, I need to talk about the village it takes to get these dogs and teams on stage. There aren't enough thank yous to each and every one of you. Breeder hosts, if we have any in the audience, please stand. You care for these dogs, our studs and broods, while they produce our puppies to become these amazing teams. Area leaders, if you're in the audience, please stand. You have an endless job of recruiting, teaching, and supporting puppy raisers during the puppy raising journey. Thank you. Puppy raisers, there should be a lot of you out there. Stand up. You have opened your home and your hearts to an 8-week-old adorable but untrained puppy. You've spent countless hours training, socializing, and loving these pups as they move through their puppyhood. Thank you. We could not do this without you. Campus volunteers, please stand. You file for us, clean kennels, drive long distances, or early in the morning. We have one person getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to take students to the airport tomorrow. She's over there. And you provide enrichment to the dogs on campus. Thank you. Staff, admin and maintenance, if you are here, please stand up. You keep the day-to-day operations moving. Thank you. Breeding center, if you are here, please stand. You keep the studs and broods and the litters of puppies happy and healthy. Thank you. Kennel Techs, if anybody is here. You give the daily care, love, and enrichment to, yes, we could clap for them. They give the daily care, love, and enrichment to the dogs that are going through training or boarding here. Vet staff, I know Cece's in the audience. You juggle the day-to-day and emergency medical care for all program dogs. Incarcerated trainers, I know you're watching on Facebook. You have trained, big round of applause for them. You have trained and cared for these dogs and loved them with your whole heart for the past 9+ months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my team of service dog trainers and Stephanie, who's admissions, thank you so much. You guys are the trainers that teach the incarcerated trainers. You teach them skills that they need to train the clients, the skills that they need to handle and utilize their dogs to help them navigate life. Thank you so much. And last but not least, the dogs. Those that are graduating today or have been working for years, we're always in awe of watching you. Those career change dogs. Not every dog is cut out to be a working dog, but they're just as important sleeping on our couches in bed. Retired dogs that are with us and those who have passed, we honor and thank you today and every day. Before I turn the mic over to Circle, I want to circle back to puppy raising. Spring has sprung here at GDA TLC. We are in need of puppy raisers. If you or somebody you might know that would be interested in puppy raising, there is a puppy raiser booth outside. Please go talk and get information about those. I'd like to invite Russ Gitlin to the stage.
Well, just real quick, I know Chris Medina walked in. You guys know who he is. He's the guy that helps run the kennel down there, and he's our main man down there. How about a big round of applause? You know, I got an opportunity. I was here this week. I got some friends in town visiting. One of my bosses is in town, personal friend too. He's visiting with his group. So I got to stay here this week, and it was an opportunity for me to continue my learning experience by going to class a lot. In fact, it got to the point with Nicole where she said, "Are you watching me? Are you watching what I'm doing here? Just tell me." And I said, "No, I'm not watching what you're doing. I'm actually watching what all the class is doing and learning from them. It's my time to get new stuff for the road so I can understand autism better and PTSD and facility dogs." And it was a great experience. And just a big round of applause. I thank them. They taught me well this week. I want to start off with Billy and Finn. Billy's been a friend of mine actually now for, I don't know, Billy, a few years. Billy had Jaco. He's a police officer out in Alabama, and him and Jaco just did some wonderful things. Jaco passed, unfortunately, and he's here getting a new facility dog to take back with him, and Finn is a great representative of that. I'm excited to hear the stories that come back. I can tell you this about Billy. A lot of people come here, but some of those special people go out and they just do nothing but preach the word of GDA TLC when they get back there, and Billy has a whole department that does that. So thank you, Billy. Appreciate you, brother. Well, Jess is from actually right around my hometown. She's back. She's a Boston girl, and she's here. She's a police officer with Sudbury Police, and I'm excited to hear the stories. I now have a police dog in Sherborne, Massachusetts, and one's going to be over in Sudbury and one in Wayland. So I figure I can go speeding through about 6 towns there now and get off. I'm hoping she takes care of me. But anyhow, I'm happy about Jess and Rico and what they're going to do. I got another lady that I was at a conference. I talk about it when I come to these things. I had a lady at a conference that came up to us, and she talked to us about her child with autism. But what I didn't know was in this big hotel, she happened to have her child up in the room, and she told us that, and we brought the child down. And anybody that knows anything about autism, the worst place in the world for a child with autism is to bring the child down into this busy room. She brings him down, and he starts kind of going into what she describes as a red zone, and so at the time we had this dog Bobby there, and the trainer says, well, let me take care of this. So she brings, his name's Jackson with an X, and she brings Jackson over, and Jackson all of a sudden changes his whole attitude. And I look over, and Allie and the lady she was with that was watching Jackson are crying. I said, what are you crying about? She says, I've never seen this. I just never seen it. I never seen him come out of this zone like this. And then the next thing you know, Jackson's up in the middle of this Hilton walking around with this dog and the lead, and she's crying again, and she says, I just, you just don't understand. He doesn't have his cowboy hat on. He's not freaking out. He's really having a great time. And for that whole week he was down visiting Bobby. She signed up immediately to get a dog, and she's here. She works for Boeing. That dog's going to be a great representative for us at Boeing. Big round of applause. So then we have Tamara and Christina, both single mothers, both have children with autism, and I know it must be hard. I really do. I know what you go through. I sat and talked to you guys, and you guys explained to me what you deal with, and we're here to help, and we're going to send you back with these two dogs. It's going to bring you the support you need. It's going to change your life. It's because of these people in here that's going to happen. I'm looking forward to the stories. How about a big round of applause? My friend Brown over there, nothing gets me more than, it happens every time, doesn't it? Than when I deal with the veterans, and it's just, when you sit and you talk to Brown and you hear about what she went through and just what she's given up for this country, it's the least we can do to send her back. And with her new dog Wander, who has already done amazing things, I think she's going to get up here and tell you all about it. And it's what we do. It's our way of giving back. And how about a big round of applause for that hero? Yvette, did you take care of me? You might not have, but I can handle it. Let's see here. My next one's Leslie and Jeter. Let me tell you about Jeter. Jeter slobbers more than any dog out there in the house. So I got some tissues for you. All right, you ready? You're ready. Now, Jeter's a terrific dog, and Leslie's also one of our warriors, and I'm excited to hear all the good stuff that comes out of how your life changes, and you're going to be able to really blossom. I'm excited for Leslie and Jeter. And last, I don't think I got one or two more. Linda Stanley. Linda's a board member, and not only is she a board member, but she does intake for GDA TLC. Linda's a veteran. She serves us well, and she continues to serve. Her life is service. And she's been matched up with Owen, big, beautiful cross. And how about just a big round of applause for my friend over there? So, look, that just gives you, all week I spent really kind of learning and hearing the stories, and I'm just really so proud of what you guys done, and I'm looking forward to hearing the stories. I'm of course going to be calling you guys to go to events for me and stuff like that, so get ready, the payback's coming. But you did real good. They probably gained 10 pounds apiece because they're telling me how good the food is over there, but it's exciting. To my staff that works so hard, you guys don't understand. Where's my TLC AD staff? Where are you? Stand up. These girls are unfriggin' believable. So I want you to know what they do every day. These girls go in and out of the prison, and they work with prisoners, and the prisoners treat them with respect, but it's not an easy job. And every day they walk into that prison, and they work hard to train these dogs. The reason why we got them so well trained is because of them and the prisoners that give back. So thank you very much. All right. So listen, I'm blessed to have the privilege of saying today is Yvette's birthday. So how about a big... I couldn't do what I do without Yvette. Yvette watches me and makes sure that everything gets done, and she does just a terrific job. Thank you, Yvette. I appreciate you, and happy birthday. Okay. I also want to make mention, there's a guy in the crowd here that does a lot for the veterans. My friend Robert Patrick. Robert, stand up. And make your wife stand up too, because she does a lot for us. She's here all the time. Those of you guys that don't know, my friend Robert works with the veterans continuously, and every chance he gets, no matter what, he calls me up with ideas all the time how we can collaborate together. But he is relentless when it comes to veterans. He has a passion for it. He's just constantly raising money for them. He goes on any kind of anything they ask him to do, he's there. So thank you for that, brother. We appreciate your service. We're lucky today. We got Steve Galloway in the house. Where's Steve? Steve's right here. Steve's our Gift of Sight recipient this year in Vegas. This guy has nonstop raised money for GDA. Since I've been on, he is there. He continually does events for us. Big giant round of applause for my friend Steve Galloway. Rick Mitchell and his wife Sandy, he's Chief of Staff, General Vice President Galloway, and Sam Cincinnati and his wife Sandy, Special Assistant to the General Vice President, and my friend Brian Simmons, who's Territory Special Rep, but also stepped up to raise a beautiful pup, Sheldon. How about a big round of applause for all them? So this means you're on the hook for not only the gator, but the ammo this year in Vegas, just so you know. So. All right, there we go. So he actually just, they worked hard, their territory worked hard, they work as a group. They got John Deere to give me a call, and the guy called up and said, what do you want? I said, well, I need a gator. He says, well, which one do you want? I should have asked for the real big combine or something and sold it. But at the end, I said, well, how much is it going to be? They said, nothing, we're going to get it to you. So how about that? That's good stuff. So with that, it's always my pleasure to acknowledge various sponsors that support each of these graduating classes. Today, we start by thanking Lockheed Martin in the community for their team sponsorship of Linda and her service dog, Owen. Lockheed Martin has been a longtime GDA supporter and has sponsored many teams throughout the years. I do not believe that a representative is here from them today, but they send their best wishes to Linda and Owen. How about that? We have 3 class donors to acknowledge. Puppy sponsors support the puppy from 8 weeks when it goes home with the puppy raisers until it returns to the campus for formal training at 18 months. If unfortunately their puppy is career changed, these puppy sponsors then are referred to as class donors. Today we would like to thank Bill and Katie Greening. How about a round of applause? My friend, and I know she's watching, Sandy Bennett, our Kentucky partner. And my brother's down in Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania State Council machinist led by Obie O'Brien. How about that? And for their sponsorship of Penny, Priya, Robin, who are now happily private citizens living the good life with their puppy raisers. How about that? Okay. We also want to thank our donors for the following harness sponsorships: Beth Rogers, harness sponsorship Jeter, Kirk Bruckney, harness sponsorship of Olive, and Kathy Seldo, harness sponsorship of Rico. Big round of applause. We couldn't do it without you. And finally, we have a few important events coming up that we'd like you to save the date for. Our open house, we're back to open house, COVID's over. Open house is June 3rd. Come for an awesome day with the family. There'll be puppy challenges, face painting, service dog demos, a graduating panel of speakers, and of course Julie Riley's famous silent auction. I believe the puppy kissing booth will be open. That's always the most popular. And lastly, we'll be holding a blood drive here on the campus Thursday, June 22nd. And we're already preparing for Vegas in November. It's actually a week earlier this year because of they're going to run the Formula One down through the center. In the end of my conversation here with you guys, I just want to say thank you for everything. The class, thank you again for teaching me what you taught me all week. I appreciate it, and I look forward to hearing all the great stories. And most of all, thank all of you, puppy raisers, everybody, area leaders, volunteers. My God, she went through them, so I'm not going to go through them again. For what you do, we couldn't do what we do without you. Yep, you too. All the donors out there that continually raise money for us, it's a community of great people that just continue to give. So thank you. God bless. We're looking forward to hearing all the stories. I'm going to welcome Nicole up, lead trainer of this class. Big round of applause.
Hello. My name is Nicole Maples. I work in the service dog program up in Northern California. This is like right there. I want to start by congratulating our class 12. It's been a lot of work this last week and a half. You guys have done a great job. It's been memorable together. It's been enjoyable. It's not easy, but they came in, they shared with us, they trusted the process, and I can't wait to follow your guys' journeys when you go home. So thank you. To my service dog training team, Jen, Sonia, Gretchen, thank you guys. They've been a huge part in making this team this week go smooth and enjoyable and make sure everything is covered and done. So with that, we're gonna have a slideshow of some pictures from throughout class. I'm gonna invite Jen up, and she's going to narrate the slideshow for us.
Introducing service dog class number 12. We have all of our handlers sitting on the stage with their new partners in front of them and the instructors in the back. Introducing Allie and Olive, a black Labrador Retriever Golden Cross. Allie has her arms around Olive and is smiling for the camera. We have Olive and Allie at the beach. Allie is crouched down and has Olive's head in her lap while she gives her a kiss. Olive is receiving a hug from Allie, and Olive is looking at the camera. You can just see the love there. Olive is sitting, looking at the camera, and then it's accompanied by her adorable puppy picture. Introducing April and Comet. April has her arms wrapped around Comet and is lovingly putting her head on Comet. Comet is a black lab. Here we have April and Comet navigating their way down the beach walkway in Venice. It is very busy with lots of bicycles. Here we have Comet and April waving at each other. This seems to be one of their favorite behaviors to do together. Comet is sitting regally staring at the camera, accompanied by her puppy picture. Introducing Billy and Finn. Finn is a black lab. Billy is sitting with his arm around Finn, and Finn is looking directly at the camera. This is Finn and Billy doing a fist bump at Venice Beach on one of our outings this week. We must love those fist bumps, because here's Billy and Finn doing another fist bump. Here is Finn looking at the camera, dressed in his purple vest and his puppy photo. Introducing Brown and Wander. Wander is a black Labrador. Brown is at the camera. We have Brown and Wander at the beach. Wander is in his mobility harness, and Brown is sitting on the ground, and she's rubbing Wander. We have Brown and Wander sitting, staring so lovingly at each other. It's a match made in heaven. Introducing Wander. He's staring regally at the camera and his puppy photo. This is Christina and Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a yellow Labrador. Christina has her arm around Brooklyn. Both of them are looking directly at the camera. Christina and Brooklyn are at the beach earlier this week. Christina's kneeling and Brooklyn is at her knees, and they are just looking into the camera. Christina is turning her head as Brooklyn tries to give her a kiss and lots of affection. She is laughing. Brooklyn's a goofy boy. Brooklyn is dressed up in his purple vest, and then there is his puppy picture. We have Jessica and Rico. Rico is a Labrador Golden Retriever cross. He is yellow. They are both staring at the camera and smiling. Jess is bent over looking at Rico at the beach earlier this week. Rico is sitting and paying attention. Jess leans in, gives Rico a kiss. Again, another fantastic match. I see lots of really great things coming from this team in the community. Rico is sitting dressed in his purple vest, and there is, of course, another puppy photo. We have Leslie and Jeter. Jeter is a black Labrador. Leslie is standing behind him as he sits on a bench. They are both looking at the camera. We have Jeter laying on the sand in his mobility harness, and Leslie crouched down next to him, staring at and smiling at the camera. A lovely embrace of Jeter and Leslie. You can really see their bond here. Jeter is in his mobility harness, and Leslie has her arms wrapped around him as he's in a hug. Jeter is sitting in his purple vest, staring at the camera, and his puppy photo is next to it. We have Linda and Owen. Owen is a yellow Labrador Golden Cross. Both of them are staring at the camera and smiling. Both Linda and Owen are looking off into the distance during one of our trips to Venice Beach earlier this week. So Owen is sitting next to Linda as she's crouched in the sand. Owen is receiving a kiss from Linda as she has her arms wrapped around. You can just see the affection and the love with that team. Owen is all dressed up in his purple vest, sitting and looking at the camera, and he also has a puppy photo. Tamara and Tavi. Tavi is a black Labrador Retriever. The two of them are sitting on a bench, smiling at the camera. You can see Tamara navigating Venice Beach earlier this week on the bike path with Tavi. There's lots of activity, bicycles going around. This is two pictures of Tavi and Tamara just looking at each other. You can see that attention. You can see the engagement as Tavi sits and looks back at her. This is Tavi, a black Labrador Retriever in his purple vest, ready to go. Congratulations, Service Dog 12. We are excited to see what the future brings.
All right. Now, let's meet the stars of today. I'm going to start by introducing Allie, if you want to join me on stage. Allie has received an autism service dog named Olive. Allie is an IAM Union Steward and has a son with a superhero power called autism. Their new service dog is Olive, and Olive is going to help them have a better quality of life. Thank you, Allie.
Sorry, I had to make it a little lower. Thanks, Nicole. If I get emotional, please bear with me. Olive, sit. Come. Side. Sit. Stay. Good girl. Such a good girl. Oh, my goodness. Okay. They say all the biggest struggles happen, right before your biggest blessings. I believe Jackson and I are the living example of that saying. I want to read a poem by April Vernon that really explains what it's like being a mother of a child with special needs. Before I do that, I want to say a little bit about our struggles. Not to appear as though these struggles haven't made me a stronger person, but just to let you in on the depth of the divine interventions in our lives. My mom had Huntington's disease. She was sick since I was 6 years old and passed away when I was 19. My dad had cancer, was sick since I was 20, and passed away when I was 28. My best friend, Lucia, was a solid support system since I was 6 and was taken from us in August. She was Jackson's godmom, and he was her birthday present. I say this to show that life can kick you really hard. But if you try to focus on what the possibilities are, then the sting doesn't stay the focus of the struggles. Sorry. The strength, love, and compassion hold you together, and kindness of others lifts you while you're keeping your eyes on the positive lessons during the times that feel the darkest. This has helped me keep focus on the positive possibilities. Nothing's ever not possible. And always try to find the smile during the dark days. So this poem is called Special Needs Mom, A Look Inside. You see your family, huh? Okay. I know. You see them. I love them too already. So you may think us special needs moms have it pretty rough. We have no choice. We just manage life when things get really tough. We have made it through the days we thought we'd never make it through. We have even just 1 minute. Stand. Olive, stand. Come, sit. I know, good girl. Good girl, good girl. Okay, sorry about that. We have made it through the days we thought we'd never make it through. We have even impressed ourselves with things that we can do. We have gained patience beyond measure, love we never dreamed of giving. We worry about the future, but know this special life's worth living. We have bad days and hurt sometimes, but we hold our heads up high. We feel joy and pride and thankfulness for more often than we cry. For our kids, we aren't just super moms. No, we do so much more. We are cheerleaders, nurses, and therapists who don't walk out the door. We handle rude remarks and unkind stares with dignity and grace, even though the pain they bring cannot be erased. Therapies and treatment routes are a lot for us to digest. We do not know what the future holds, but give our kids the best. None of us can be replaced, so we don't get many breaks. It wears us out, but to help our kids, we'll do whatever it takes. We're selfless, not by choice, you see. Our kids just have more needs. We want our kids accepted. That's all our real aim. I know, honey. When we look at them, we see kids. We hope you'll do the same. So that's the poem. And for everyone live streaming from home, I want to thank you for being or now becoming Team Jax, as well as the family who helped raise our little Olive here. For IAM, brothers, sisters, and siblings, thank you for always including and unconditionally accepting my little boy Jackson. For GDA, TLC camp, volunteers, trainers, and those who've helped, and especially those who've donated and kept this special place running and giving these beautiful animals as gifts. I thank you, and there's no way I can say thank you enough. They boost our hope for our children, our veterans, and our visually impaired. This is not a small feat. This is more than words can explain. I want to name so many people and tell the story about how Jackson met Bobby before, blessed with Olive, but I have to catch a plane. So So, as a token of respect for your time, I offer you and any of you who would like to hear or have any questions to please reach out. It's okay. So I feel so blessed and can't thank you enough. So thank you very much for everything. Greetings.
All right. Olive was raised by Kirk from Orange County Group, so I'd like to invite Kirk up now to speak.
Okay, I'm Kirk, and along with my family, let's try that again. Start over. We picked up Olive when she was 7 weeks old, a week before Christmas 2020. And she was our Christmas baby, so her nickname was either, we called her the baby or Baby Olive, and I think Allie already told us that she already calls her baby girl, so that worked out. I was Olive's primary raiser and brought her to my office 5 days a week, the entire day. We mixed in walks, and most of her training we did during the week. The weekends were a little bit more for fun, hanging out at home with a retired breeder we have, Orbit, and just the neighborhood walks and running errands. I asked my family for a few words to describe Olive, and they came back with playful, attentive, cuddly, loyal, relentless, obedient, smart, coordinated, because she can catch anything you toss to her, and loving. Some notable events that Olive got to experience with a family of 6 was attending our youngest son's Orange County Marathon, several water polo games for our middle son's high school, attending our oldest son's college graduation. She went to Long Beach Aquarium, some Major League Baseball games, and swam in some of our friends' pools. Clubs. We took her on vacations to Joshua Tree, San Diego, Mammoth Lakes, which again is her favorite because she loves to swim, and camping in Morro Bay. We dropped off Olive back here at GDA July 23rd of last year after 19 months and 5 days of raising her. And getting to see her again is pretty cool. Let's see. We wish her and her new family all the best, and look forward to seeing them. We're actually going up to Seattle this summer, so we'll get to visit. And I just want to say a quick thanks to our Orange County group and Tammy and Mark New, along with Joanne Russell, for all the support they've given, because couldn't have done it without.
Olive was trained at the Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility down in San Diego. Her trainer's name was Justin Hernandez, and we have a video from him talking about his time with Olive.
Hi, my name is Justin, and I'm the primary trainer for service dog Olive. This journey has been amazing with Olive, as this is the first time I've been a primary with a service dog. But you don't see anyone else in this room except for Olive and I. But it took a village to get her to this point where she's ready to serve and take care of you. Several senior trainers and the whole community came together to make sure Olive would be ready just for you. Early on, I could see that Olive
Next up, we have Billy. Billy has facility dog Finn. Billy has been a police officer for 20 years and is currently a captain at his agency. Billy previously worked with a GDA career change dog named Jaco. Billy and his new facility dog, Finn, will work as a team to reduce anxiety of the department staff after traumatic incidents, work with special needs children in schools, assist in interviews with juvenile victims of violent crimes, educate the public on service dogs, and promote the mission of GDA TLC. Please help me welcome Billy.
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is quite an honor for me. But first, I'd like to real quick thank an important person in my life, and that's a GDA volunteer named Adam Beasley. And this, through this volunteer is how I got connected with Guide Dogs of America. That was before they merged with TLC. And I actually met Adam at a parade in our city, in the city I work in, and I asked him about this program. And the way I know he worked with dog is because, or worked with, volunteered for Guide Dogs of America, is because he has it plastered all over his personal vehicle. Stickers everywhere. And so I spoke with him, and within an hour, I was on the phone with Russ, and he was saying, "We're going to take care of you. Don't worry about anything." And later on that year, I had Jaco. So if you could just give a round of applause for Adam Beasley. He does great things for this organization. Yeah. You know, I don't want to talk about our journey, because all of you will be able to see our journey. Finn's journey will be documented on social media. If any of you want to follow Finn, he will be on Instagram and Facebook and probably YouTube. I've got a public affairs officer who is ready to go. He's going to be a great ambassador for our department and for this organization as well. I think I speak for all of Class 12 when I say this is a first-class organization. Everything is planned out. Everything is taken care of. The staff is amazing. Our trainers, Nicole, Jen, Sonia, Cheryl, and Gretchen, they were just so accommodating and took care of us, and you can tell they are professional trainers and they know what they're talking about. The campus here is amazing. The veterinary staff is amazing. Again, this is a first-class organization, and thank the puppy raisers as well, and the donors. All the money that you send to GDA and TLC to support their mission is really amazing, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. Thank everyone. Thanks. Come on.
Finn was raised by Tracy of the Ventura Group. She wants to come on up.
It's an exciting day, and if I had a tail, it would be wagging right now. And I'm pretty sure most of you would be wagging too, because you all had a big part in raising these successful dogs, supporting a puppy raiser, giving your money to. I tried my hardest not to fall in love with Finn, but it was impossible. He was goofy. He kept me company through COVID. He taught me how to use YouTube, so I'm glad he'll be on YouTube now, because that's how we did all of our puppy training videos while I had Finn. And as you've heard, it takes a village to raise a puppy. My village was the Ventura area group, endless puppy sitting, advice on training, and friends that I'll have for a lifetime. I especially want to thank Missy Staten because she's the one that got me interested in the whole program of the gratifying way of paying it forward. And she's given me endless support. She's my mentor. And she's always there to talk about poop. Finn's found the perfect job, the ambassador of love. That's what Labrador wouldn't want that job. And I just want to say, go forward, make people smile, make the world a better place. Thank you.
Finn is one of two of our dogs that are graduating today that actually spent some time at two different institutions. So we have two videos for him because we want to be able to recognize and acknowledge both of his trainers that had a part in getting him here. So the first video you're gonna see is where he finished his training. So he was there for the past few months. The trainer's name is Josh Thomas, and this is at Mule Creek State Prison in Ione.
Hi, my name is Joshua Thomas, and I've been in the Pooch program at Mule Creek State Prison since 2017 on A-Yard. I've worked in C-Yard and E-Yard now. Over the past years, I've worked with Preston, Bolt. He came to me from State Prison, where he began his training with Mr. East, Mr. Paxton, Mr. Nesbitt, and did a great job. Special thanks to Ms. Maples for hiring me back in 2017 and giving me this opportunity to give back to the families and hopefully to bless their families and good happiness and joy to them. I pray Finn is placed people who need him most. See you again when we finish the next one.
The next video is going to be from CSP SAC. We had a pilot program for about a year there where Finn got his initial training, and this will be a video from his trainer there, Robert Nesbitt.
Finn's future client, this is what I'm going to remember most. Every morning, no matter what took place the day before, when I released Finn from his cage, he would wiggle, he would bow, sometimes he would fart when he would do it, and he would greet me with a smile and bump himself up against me so I could scratch his booty and give him some love. Keep that love. Our trainers teach us that you need to learn to differentiate from when you're doing the training or when you're being trained. Finn has taught me over these last 7 months that I've allowed my circumstance to dictate who I was as a person and not be the best version of myself. But with the help of my instructors, Maples and Clarissa and Finn, they give me a purpose that's greater than myself and allow me to epitomize what it means to create hope. My hope for the person who's able to get Finn is that you allow him to work his magic in your life like he's worked it in my life. I would also challenge you not to see Finn as a dog, but to see him as a bridge. And let me look at my notes. That would lead you to new levels of self-discovery. Happy travels.
Next up, I would like to welcome Leonardia. She is a veteran service dog, Wander. Brown is a U.S. Army veteran currently living in Texas, but from Georgia. She enjoys bowling, traveling, cooking, wine tasting, trying new things, Sudoku, and spending time with her spouse and kids. Additionally, Brown is a really big foodie. She has deployed twice, been to Africa twice, and suffers from PTSD. Brown says, GDA TLC has no idea how much they are changing my life. Thank you, from the Brown family.
You'll never forget what people say to you or do for you that will change your life. And like Ms. Maples just said, and I told her the day that I got Wonder, she doesn't even know how she's changed my life, and I haven't even gone home yet. And so things for me have already changed, and I can't thank the staff enough and everyone who has a hand in the way GDA runs, from top to bottom, from the ones in front of the curtains, behind the curtains, and between the curtains. This is a big blessing for me and my family, and we're going to cherish it. And my wife and I are already ready for those phone calls so we can go to those fundraisers and do things for other people to get dogs. And so we're just ready to get after it and hit the pavement as soon as we get those calls. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So.
Brown, we have a flag for you for your service. Thank you so much.
All right, Wander was raised by Mitchell of the Long Beach group. Michelle, sorry. No, Mitchell. Sorry. We'll figure it out. All right, come on up.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Mitch, and yeah, raised Wander. But as everybody said, it takes a village, so big thanks to everybody at the South Bay group, our Long Beach group, I guess now, Brian and Nancy, Yvette, wherever she's gone to, there you are. Yvette's a good family friend of ours and has done a very good job of keeping all of the secrets. Even though she knows everything that's going on, she does a good job of not answering the questions that we ask, so that's good. Wander is a very special dog. He's the second dog that we got to raise. And our first dog, very intelligent, very skilled dog, but very challenging. Nobody really wanted to puppy sit for him. Wander's kind of the opposite. I would get cold calls from people. Brian and Nancy would call me all the time trying to take him to events and things. Everybody wants to hang out with Wander. And I got him right as the pandemic started, and he and I moved to Mammoth together and spent, I don't know, about 10 months up there together, and it was mostly him and I. We had people visiting, and we went and socialized and things, but the pandemic was a challenging time. And Wander has been a service dog from the time I got him. He got me through that, and it's very cool to see that he's going on to continue the work that he's already started. So yeah, thank you to everybody.
Wander was trained at Mule Creek State Prison. We have a video from his trainer, Carlos Aguirre.
Hello, my name is Carlos Aguirre, and I am Wander's training partner. Wander and I shared 7 months of our lives together, not an insignificant amount of time, considering the voluminous interactions and all that we learned from one another. Although Wander is but one dog I have shared a teaching relationship with throughout this experience, each dog has brought with it a unique experience, a lesson which reiterates just how, as human beings are all different, every dog is also different and requires its own unique approach, just as every human requires their own. Keeping this in mind allows me to see past differences, to overcome prejudices and resentments, to endure through struggles and hardships in order to see the bigger picture and thereby keep our mission at the forefront of priority. I have been a participant in the Pooch program almost since its inception. I have watched it grow, struggle, merge, and seemingly falter through the pandemic. Through it all, I have witnessed this program succeed. The resilience of all those involved in keeping it growing and alive through one of the hardest times in human history is admirable. I realize there are many, seen and unseen, that have worked hard to keep this program succeeding, and I need you to know you are not invisible. I see you and I appreciate you. There are no small roles in this mission, as each and every piece of work we all do plays an integral role in making a difference and changing lives. Hearing the recipient's testimony about the impact these four-legged have on their lives does not complete the process, in my opinion. Rather, such testimony serves as a renewal of my motivation, and thereby the recipients become a part of the circle, not just the finality of the process, but one of perpetual motion whereby every contribution keeps the circle moving. My culture refers to the sacred hoop, a circle which embodies positive energies and one that can be applied in many instances. Befittingly, I so apply it here. I am profoundly humbled, grateful, and extremely proud to be a part of this circle, one that encompasses many people, strangers and known alike, working in unison to change lives. Thank you, Ms. Parisi and Ms. Maples, for helping me see the bigger picture. You two make a great team. To Wander's recipient, you are now part of the circle, a part just as important as all the rest. Shunka Kashto Wanagi. Life is about balance between all things, and I hope Wander will add balance to your life. Lastly, I'd be remiss if I didn't honor these admirable four-legged who know not the power they possess, a power which is nothing short of amazing. Thank you all, this circle, for helping me build self-worth. Thank you all for helping me feel human again. Oh.
Next, I would like to welcome up Christina. Christina received autism service dog, Brooklyn. Christina is the mother of Jackson, a 9-year-old boy with autism, language delay, and several other disabilities that make everyday life hard. He would get panic attacks anytime they try to leave the house. This makes it impossible for both him and his brother to have normal lives, and Brooklyn's going to improve that. Welcome Christina up.
Very food motivated. Down. Down. Good boy. Hi, I'm Christina. I have a 10-year-old autistic child named Jackson with a CK, and a neurotypical 8-year-old named Caden. I came to GDA TLC out of desperation. We haven't been able to leave our home in over 2 years because of my autistic son's phobias, meaning both my sons are missing out on their childhood. My neurotypical son is a social butterfly. He has to go to every birthday party and play every sport. And he has to sacrifice all of that because his brother can't leave the house. And as a single mother, I can't be in 2 places at once. I've lost count of the amount of doctors and facilities that have turned us away because they cannot handle my son. And if trained professionals cannot handle my son, what chance do I have of keeping him safe? Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines has given us more than a dog. They have given us hope, a fighting chance of getting my son through this, and most importantly, a support group to turn to. No matter what, we are no longer alone. Thank you.
Brooklyn was raised by Natalie of the Long Beach group. Come on up.
Well, you did it, buddy. Good job. If I could tell you all the wonderful stories of his goofiness, but above all, Brooklyn is a very smart puppy. When they gave me a call, I didn't know that I wanted to do this, but they said his letter had been born on 4/20, which is a couple of days before my birthday, so I knew that we had to take a chance on him. He taught us so much. Everyone that met him said wonderful things, and even though he pushes your button to test you, that is because he wants you to do the best. I know that he'll continue to do amazing things, and I wish Brooklyn and Christina the best as they embark on a new journey. And I just want to say thank you, Brooklyn and GDA, for giving us an opportunity to experience this. Thank you.
Brooklyn was trained at Mule Creek State Prison by trainer David Mata, and we have a video from him.
How has the PEACH program affected your life? My dog Brooklyn has shown me how to love a dog and how it feels to be loved and appreciated by an animal unconditionally. He keeps me on the straight and narrow, living a productive life. How did your dog affect you? Brooklyn always wanted to work with me and love me and spend time with me, and I love spending time with him. What changes have you seen since you began? Brooklyn has become more calm, patient, and friendly. As for myself, I have found myself to become more humble and kind and appreciative. I am so very proud to be given in the privilege and honor to give back to the community. When my dog Brooklyn graduates from this program, I'll be grateful to see that he will be able to help someone out there in society. He will be truly missed, and with all my heart, sincerely, David Mata.
Next, I want to introduce Jess with facility dog Rico. Jess has been a police officer for 4 years and works as a school resource officer in the elementary schools in her town. She is able to build relationships with the students and staff within the schools and the community by participating in school-related events and activities. Please welcome Jess.
Hi, everyone. I just want to say thank you to GDA TLC for giving me this amazing little furry boy. He's perfect. He's very vocal and he tells you how he's feeling. So if he makes some noises, that's probably why. Thank you to the puppy raisers. You guys are amazing. Like I said, he's perfect. Thank you for the incarcerated trainer. He is amazing. And thank you to the trainers that worked with us all week. You guys are so amazing. Could not have done it without you. Thank you everyone so much, and thank you to the donors for making this possible. We are very excited to start doing our work back in Boston. Thank you everyone.
All right, Rico was raised by Kathy from the Orange County group. Kathy's come on up.
So during the pandemic, I read an article that made me believe I could raise a puppy for GDA. I don't know why. I only had 2 dogs before my life. I read that article, but I thought, why not? I have time. When we picked up Rico, I was nervous but excited. He was squishy and floppy, and he was immediately the hit of our cul-de-sac. As time went on, we realized he was a rambunctious little puppy. Rico used to grab our 6-pound dog's bed while he was still in it and drag him all over the house. He was that very annoying little brother, except he was twice as big as him when we brought him home and 3 times bigger than him within a week. He grew so quickly. Despite all the shenanigans, one thing was clear. Rico was a really sweet dog with a big, loving heart, and our family quickly fell in love with him. Through the entire process, GDA was always there to help. We did puppy kindergarten online because of the pandemic. And it was actually really great because my kids helped me with my homework. And they took videos of me working with Rico. Hannah was very helpful and was always available, even though there were some staffing issues, and she was basically the training staff at GDA for a while. And Tammy, also my area leader, was a great resource. She was really quick to give me positive feedback and encouragement and training tips. Eventually, Rico and I both got it, but then it was time to turn it back in. Since then, we've been waiting for this day. We know Rico is going to do great things in his life. He's made such a big mark in our family, and we're honored to be a part of his. Jess, please give him a big hug and kiss every single day. When Mindy first started working with Rico, she told me she could tell that he has a good soul and a pure heart, and I couldn't describe him any better. I can't think of a better placement for him than with you. I'm so grateful to everyone at GDA for this amazing experience and support, and thank you, Jess, for helping Rico share his very special gift with the kids at your school. Thanks.
Rico was trained at Mule Creek State Prison. His trainer's name is Chester Coker, and we have a video from him we'll watch.
Hello, my name is Alan, and if you're watching this, you got matched with Rico, and he's probably laying at your feet. I want to give a shout out to Arturo Castro, my co-worker that helped me train Rico. You did a good job. Rico has been awesome from the time I got him. He's gentle and affectionate, and he loves physical contact. He loves pets and snuggles and hugs. All the behaviors where he gets to touch you. When I first got in the program, in the food program, I had never done anything good. My first dog shaped me into being kind and patient and responsible. My next dogs reinforced that. With Rico, it was all polishing. And now I can say I do good things, but I don't do them alone. All my coworkers, the guys in the food program, we all do this. My instructors, Ms. Maples, Ms. Parisi, everybody at GDA, the puppy raisers. I don't know how you can hold him for so long and then give him up. Thank you. And whoever's getting him, you're gonna love him. I recognize all the pieces that need to be in place to give me the opportunity to do something that has meaning and purpose, something with value. Thank you. My 9 months with Rico have been fantastic. I envy you that you get him forever. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Hi, Mom.
All right. Next, I want to welcome Leslie up. Leslie got veteran service dog Jeter. CPT Leslie actively served as a U.S. Army Ordnance Officer from 2002 until 2006. She managed administrative budgeting actions, maintenance operations, and logistical procedures for an Air Defense Artillery Battalion at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. She then entered the Army's Inactive Ready Response for a period of 2 years. However, prior to an OEF Iraq deployment, she was released early due to severe symptoms from the medical condition multiple sclerosis in 2008. Let's welcome up Leslie.
sorry. I will say that Jeter's very motivated by food, so please excuse me with that, as well as the fact that I get very emotional, but just know that these are tears of joy and appreciation for everyone. Oh. I just want to give a tremendous thank you to everyone in this organization. I greatly appreciate the staff and trainers. In fact, I'm asking you, Russ, to consider giving the trainers extended vacation time to recover from their hard work with the incarcerated trainers and the service dog recipients. Also, a humongous thank you to the puppy raisers and generous donators, because you've helped impact our class's lives greatly. Personally, I'm experiencing a large variety of medical conditions besides MS, and I appreciate everyone in my class for being supportive battle buddies. You've taught me lessons, shown me your individual beauty, and more importantly, given me the best laughs. And finally, although my dog's name is Jeter, I cheer for the Red Sox. And excuse my pronunciation because I'm not from the area, and Worcester. And as I continue this journey with my loving dog, I will say I'm available to help fundraise, educate, and support GDA in any way possible. Thank you again to everyone involved in this awesome organization.
I'll say on behalf of GDA, the staff, and all the folks that donate and volunteer, we want to give you this flag for your service.
Thank you.
I'll take care of this.
Okay.
You know, I feel bad about this, so I'm gonna do it. She didn't want to be recognized, but we had another student here this week, but Tim already graduated the last time around. But April, all week long, their child has autism, and they're doing it as a team, so they both needed to be trained up. April spent all week working real hard with Comet. How about a big round of applause for her? Thank you.
All right. Jeter was raised by Beth from the Orange County group, so let's welcome, not Beth. Gonna get a name right at some point. All right, welcome up.
So Beth is unable to attend for personal reasons. Anyway, here's what she has written for me to relay. Oh, Jeter, I have dreamed of this day since the day you were handed to me through the car window. At 8 weeks, I was certain that I'd been given the largest puppy GDA ever had. And as I grew, and as you grew, it was pretty sure I was right. Although you ended up being close to 90 pounds of love, you were always the sweetest, most loving pup. You loved everyone, and everyone loved you. Everywhere we went, people would comment, what a big boy he is. And he would just look at them with those big brown eyes and say, yes, I am. and everybody came up to me. Some of the fondest memories include Jeter pulling us into the shade. Jeter hates the sun. He just hated it. Didn't matter how long the sun, whenever he could get out of the sun, he would get out of it. He would find shade wherever he could, even if only for a moment. He didn't like the water either. Hated the ocean. He stayed out of the sun and got overheated, but didn't want to get cooled off. Silly boy. He was also the most slobbery dogs by far. You will find that out. I always found myself needing to carry a towel just to wipe his jowls, and our cars have his mess still on them because of it. But we didn't mind. He was a loving character, made everything okay. We're so proud to be here today and proud of this next chapter. We're especially happy that he'll be living in a cooler climate. Thank you to Mindy and Tammy who helped raising Jeter so much easier, especially during the COVID and after COVID time. Restrictions were lifted. We are so proud of this big boy. Thank you very much.
Jeter was trained at Mule Creek State Prison, and we have a video from his trainer, Frank Lanier.
I would like to first thank everybody for being here and welcome my congratulations to this entire graduating class. It is an honor to share in this moment with you. Before I go on, I would like to thank everybody involved in this entire process. Warden Convello, the CRM's office, Captain Avalos, all my co-workers, puppy raisers, volunteers, donors, all our building officers who help us all day, every day. All the staff at GDA and TLCAD, especially our instructors here at Mill Creek State Prison, Ms. Maples and Ms. Parisi. These two ladies dedicate every day to give us the opportunity to grow in our humanity and as professionals. Thank you both. Hi, Mom. Thank you for always having my back. And to my beautiful wife, Crystal Lanier, for seeing and believing in me. My soul is still learning to clap for the parts of me no one wanted. You give me a standing ovation, and I thank God for sending me one of his angels. When I first got Jeter, I swear I wanted to keep our time together just business, because I knew this moment was inevitable. You see, it's bittersweet. Knowing that I have to give him up is hard and heart-wrenching, as it has been for all of my kids. Encore, Jeannie, Otto, Astro, Apollo, Kenzie, and now Jeter. Man, I miss him already. I often find myself losing hope and struggling mentally and emotionally, drained of energy and strength. But when I look into this dude's big brown eyes, it reminds me that I have a job and a purpose to fulfill that is much bigger than me. He is infectious, isn't he? What makes it all worthwhile is knowing that the friendship, strength, and purpose that Jeter gives to me in my life, he will now give to you. Jeter is so much more than a service dog. To say what he does is service is an understatement. Deep down, I think he knows he's here to fulfill a purpose. He was born to fulfill a purpose, and you are his purpose.
All right, nice job. Next up, I want to welcome Linda. Today is Linda's birthday also, so happy birthday. Linda received Veteran Service Dog Owen. Linda's a retired Major Air Force. She served over 20 years in the military, 6 years in the Army, and 14 years in the Air Force as a nurse. Linda deployed in 2006 to Iraq, where she was a trauma nurse and provided medical care to many severely injured service members. She had a previous service dog that allowed her to return to public life, including attending graduate school to become a psychiatric nurse practitioner, caring for veterans, also going to Washington, D.C., advocating for veterans' rights, and educating the public about PTSD and service dogs. Let's welcome Linda.
Okay. It won't be too long, I promise. I had to write this down because I not only speak for myself, but I speak for those who can't speak. My journey begins when I joined the military. I love serving my country as a nurse. I was always first to volunteer for any mission. Eventually, I was honored and humbled to deploy as a trauma nurse. My hospital was positioned where patients could arrive in the golden hour of trauma. I took care of the worst, severe head injuries, blasts, broken bones, broken bodies, burns over 95% of their body, but also I was with men and women and children who took their last breath here on earth. When you're there, you learn very quickly to avoid and deflect all emotions and feelings so you can continue completing your mission. The avoidance, I believe, contributed to me developing PTSD. I started avoiding things that reminded me of war. Sounds, smells, thoughts, and triggers. I felt disconnected from people, society, and even my family. I did get the therapy I needed before I retired, but I still struggled. In 2011, my world changed. I was given a service dog by TLC named Willow. Sorry. Willow was freedom for me, and that relationship contributed to many of my successes in my professional and personal life. At the VA, I worked with the high-risk combat vets. In my 11 years, I have lost 11 veterans to suicide. I also lost 2 very close military members. I believe service dogs decrease the risk of suicide, and there's research to prove it. Service dogs save lives. This week has been very emotional for me. I lost Willow a year ago, and the pain was unbearable. But today is my birthday, and I'm ready to start this new journey with Owen. I want to thank GDA and TLC, his trainers, his puppy raisers, the Chins, his incarcerated trainer, Damien, all the corporate sponsors, and even everyone who supports his service. I salute each and every one of you because these dogs save lives. None of those veterans had a service dog that I lost. And thank you.
Linda, we also have a flag for you for your dedication and service for our country.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Owen was raised by Esther and Ashley of the Orange County group. Want to come on up?
Hi everyone, my name is Esther and I'm the puppy raiser for Owen. Just quoting from the movie Jerry Maguire, Owen, you had us at hello. When we first met you and held you in our arms, Owen, we were in love. You became family. Raising you is one of the best things that ever happened to our family and a great privilege. Because we know that you're destined to do great things wherever you go. Owen, you're such a blessing. You had truly blessed our family, and we carry your loves and hugs and kisses with us wherever we go. and the many things that you have taught us and the special gifts that you left with each one of us. We love you so much, and we're so proud of you. And because of Owen, we're so thankful that we had the opportunity to meet with Linda. What an honor to be able to meet you. Owen is so blessed to have you, and you two make a great team. And happy birthday, Linda. What a special day today is. And thank you very much, Tammy, our Orange County area leader. The journey wouldn't have been possible without all your help, love, and guidance. Thank you, everyone in the Orange County group, and thank you, everyone at GDA, TLC, and trainers. We love you, Linda and Owen, and you will always be in our prayers and in our hearts always. Thank you.
Owen was trained at Mule Creek State Prison, so we have a video from his trainer, Damian Pashilk.
Hello, my name is Damon Pashilk, and this year I'm very proud to introduce is Owen. Owen is my second dog that I've trained and graduated, and this part doesn't get any easier. Parting ways is the toughest part of training these service dogs. But knowing that Owen is going to his forever home and is going to change somebody's life for the better makes this all worth it. Owen has definitely made an impact on my life. The patience I've learned, the frustrations, and my struggles with teaching Owen how to keep his excitement to an acceptable level was definitely challenging. One of his nicknames is Wiggle Butt. Owen's amount of unconditional love, his big soul-searching eyes, are going to bring so much joy to whoever receives him. One of the most memorable things about Owen is his constant drive and need to make me happy. The trait that makes him such an awesome service dog. He enjoys this. He lives to please. I would like to thank Ms. Maples, Ms. Parisi, and the entire TLCAD family here at Mule Creek State Prison. Having been given this opportunity to be involved in this program has changed my life for the better. It has given me a new purpose and a newfound passion that I'm going to continue to pursue. I thank you. God bless.
All right, next I want to introduce Tamra. She has autism service dog, Tavi. Tamara is a retired 48-year-old massage therapist and a single mother of two beautiful girls, Josephine, 10, and Justice, 6. Her current full-time job is staying home and homeschooling both girls. Let's welcome Tamara.
I want to start off by apologizing to my son that's here. I'm a mother of 3. I forgot to put him in my bio. 22-year-old son I have over there. But other than that, I just would like to say thank you to Guide Dogs of America. Thank you to the staff. I want to thank the puppy raisers, Kate and Matt. I also want to say thanks to the incarcerated trainers. And thank you to all the donators who donate to Guide Dogs of America to make this possible. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Tavi was raised by Matt, and Kate from the San Fernando group. So if you want to help me welcome them up. Come on.
We started raising in 1996 because
2016. My mind is gone. I had no idea I was supposed to speak, so all of this is just extemporaneous. My sister-in-law has MS, and we wanted something real, tangible that we could do to help someone, that we needed to help someone in the world, and we started raising, and it was wonderful. And it is like, if raising was just for us, it has changed our lives. It has made us better people. We just are thrilled about that. And if it was just for sending the dogs into prison, I would do this. If the dogs didn't help anyone after that. So the fact that it is also going to help Tamara's child and help all of her children and help her is a wonderful gift upon gift upon gift. I want to thank GDA. When I go proselytizing, and I proselytize to everybody I meet who I think might possibly be a raiser, one of the things I say is, you are always taken care of. There is always resources, and that comes from the trainers and the staff and the kennel people and the people who give us money to do it, so that is a wonderful thing. I have just one little story about our amazing Tavi. We got him at COVID, so we had our career change dog, we had our dog who was not going in for training yet, we had Tavi, and then we got Mojo, who was being released from the prisons. So we had 4 dogs at once, and it was sort of interesting, but wonderful. Anyway, Tavi loves our Velvet, our sweet baby girl, who is the most passive baby in the world. And you would see Tavi grabbing Velvet's collar and dragging her down the hallway. And Velvet was like, okay, I guess I'm not walking now. So the sweetest babies, loving, they will take care of everybody. Thank you all.
I just wanted to add, Tamara, Tavi, I shared with Tamara that Matt's mom passed away 2 days before we turned in Tavi. And Tavi was with us during that approximately 12-hour period. Could not have given more love and support to Matt and I. And I believe my mother-in-law, because she knew all of our dogs. We moved out to California to be with her, and we had approximately 7 years with her out here. Tavi is loving, he is kind, he is sweet. Tamara said, you know, he's already focusing on you, and that's what he does. You know, he's there for you. We're so proud. Tavi's our 4th out of raising 5 dogs. As Matt said, we fostered 2 during COVID. We puppy started a puppy recently because we were away for 3 weeks. I just want to say to anyone who's thinking about raising, if you've never done it, you have all the support you need. You have people, you have manuals, you have videos, anything. You have vet support, you have kennel support, you have puppy sitters who will take your dog gladly, even the one who gave trouble. I believe there were puppy raisers who were wanting to take that dog. So there is, I had a wonderful career. I'm retired now. I have to say, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life. As Matt said, we grow. Nothing's expanded my heart more than this. Now we have inmates. I can't believe the stories today that I heard. And then we have the people who get the dogs for the rest of their lives. So thank you, GDA, thank you, TLC, because you have changed our lives. Thank you.
Tavi is our 2nd dog today that spent time at 2 institutions, so he has 2 videos. The first video is going to be from Mill Creek State Prison, where he finished up his training by his trainer, Daniel Arvalo, and we're going to show that video now.
Greetings to all. My name is Daniel Arevalo, and my partner's name is Tavi. I came to enjoy my time with Tavi. He's a very loving, trusting, and is willing to do his best to please. The one thing I can say about Tavi is this guy is every dog. With every video his new family more than he has helped me. I hope that Tommy gives you everything he has to offer, his skills, his energy, and his love. Be kind and patient with him, you will have and become his world. And I would like to take this moment to thank GDA and TLCAD for this opportunity to work with these wonderful dogs. And special thanks to Ms. Maples and Ms. Parisi for their knowledge and support. Thank you.
Our next video is from Tavi's time. His initial training was done at CSP SAC, and this is with trainer Joseph Earl.
What I remember most about Tavi is he taught me how to see things through by focusing on the end picture. I come to gain a better understanding of what making a living amends really means to somebody in their life, for myself, which leads to the effect Tavi has made in my life and the overall picture, which really means it's slow as fast dealing with him. In so many ways, my weaknesses have turned to my strengths by controlling my own impulses, by applying the 7 stages of fluency. For the new client, Tavi is a ball of love, so he needs a lot of attention. And he will give you confidence no matter what you're going through, whatever happened yesterday, which leads to today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to invite Cheryl back up onto stage now. Thank you.
Now that we've met the Raisers, there's a team that are GDA's TLC's boots on the ground. Hannah, Mindy, and Kelly, thank you so much for supporting the Raisers. We also thank the Wonderly Frederick family for Wander's Harness sponsorship. Class 12, you've made it. Your journey is just beginning. Keep in touch and send us all the stories and adventures that you go on with your dogs. You may dismiss yourselves. While the class exits, I'd like to remind you about a few things. There's the puppy raising booth right outside. Go check it out, get some information about puppy raising. June 3rd is our open house, as Russ mentioned. Please join us for a day of fun. July 1st is the next guide dog graduation, and tours of campus will be starting soon after graduation, right out these doors underneath the wisteria. Thank you again for joining us for Class 12's graduation.